close the door with the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike three.
Line into left field for a base hit.
Hit in the air. That's going to be the second baseman. They have a chance for two, and they got him.
The run, the throw is in time for the out.
Lifted high into left field. Ball is way back, and that ball is way gone.
Alston Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And welcome to Hillsboro. Baseball fans, James Martin's back here with you on our iRe Insurance pregame show. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service you deserve at iRe Insurance. They cover it all. Home, auto, crop, commercial benefits insurance, ireins.com. As the Hillsboro-Central Valley Borough baseball team welcomes Mayport CG, the Burros at 1-5, and the Patriots at 0-2. The Burros are 1-0 in region play with the win over Hatton Northwood. The Patriots are 0-1 with the win over the undefeated Thompson Tommies. They're at 7-0. The Tommies they look like they're going to be the heavy favorite to repeat as state champions. We'll talk much more about them, weather permitting, on Thursday as the Burros and the Tommies will meet in baseball action. Actually, tomorrow. Sorry, not Thursday, tomorrow. If the game happens, there's about a 90 to 100% chance of rain for tomorrow. That's part of the reason why this game was moved up to today at 5:30, or 4:30, I should say, so that the teams could play. This game was originally scheduled for Thursday. However, as the rain tomorrow may make the field unplayable for the rest of the week, and we might get some more rain after that. This was the decision made, and we're happy to be able to accommodate that decision as well. So again, you see the field is ready to go. It's actually relatively green. I would say 60% green, 40% brown. So it's pretty well ready to go. Here, conditions, mainly cloudy skies, temperatures hovering around the 60s right now. We did get a sprinkling of rain before the game. I don't believe we'll get much more today, but again, tomorrow it is supposed to pretty much pour all day long, starting from about 5 in the morning, and again, all day. So unlikely to see much action tomorrow, but we'll see how it goes. Again, temperature 59 degrees right now in Hillsboro, and winds out of the west, slightly northwest at about 15, maybe a couple tenths of an inch from that brief sprinkling. So not enough, obviously, to hamper the field today, but we'll see what happens here for the rest of this game. Lots to come with the iRe Insurance pregame show. I'll talk to both head coaches. Alex Berry from Mayport CG coming up next. After that, Ben Strand from Hillsboro-Central Valley. We'll take a look at our starting lineups. And before you know it, we'll have the first pitch set for 4:30 today, live from Hillsboro High School and the Hillsboro Athletic Complex here in Trail County. So, all Trail County battle, Hillsboro-Central Valley, Mayport CG on yourliveevent.com.
Lee Brothers Sales, Highway 9 in Ada, invites you to order your new Chevrolet vehicles. From the Silverado, Trailblazer, and Traverse, Lee Brothers is your authorized Chevrolet dealer, providing sales and service to the area since 1975. For ordering your vehicles, talk with Mitch Smurfer J. Trust the experts who know your vehicles best and take advantage of great Chevy certified service offers today. Lee Brothers Sales, Highway 9, Ada. Call 218-784-2000.
Hi, this is Chrissy Thompson from the Hillsboro-Central Valley School District, reminding you that ethics, integrity, and respect are values important to our daily lives. In our sporting events, educational lessons, and lifetime values taught by school activities. Remember that one simple word, sportsmanship. It's how you play the game. This message is from the Hillsboro and Central Valley School Districts.
I was visiting with Ben at the Hillsboro Body Shop, and we discussed, well, a lot of things. And then we were discussing, when do you think about the body shop? Most times it's after your vehicle gets damaged from an accident, hitting a deer, hailstorms, scratches, dents, windshield cracks. Ben says, beep. I say, when you need the repairs to your vehicle as you're thinking of the Hillsboro Body Shop, call Ben. 701-636-4981.
Full Service Foods in Hillsboro provides contract packaging and private label foods for your local and regional retail stores. Full Service Foods is a leader in the upper Midwest for less than truckload quantities for contract manufactured sauces and dressings. They are a privately held company with a reputation for quality and customer service. Full Service Foods is proud to be in Hillsboro and bringing employment opportunities to the area. Find out more at fullservicefoods.com. Full Service Foods of Hillsboro, proud to support this community event.
At Dakota Heritage Bank, we know your schedules can get hectic, and you don't always have time to get to the bank during regular banking hours. We make it easy for you with mobile banking, online banking, and bill pay, services that we offer for free. This is Michelle with Dakota Heritage Bank, inviting you to do your banking with us anytime, anywhere. Just go to dhbanknd.com or download the mobile app for convenient on-the-go banking, serving you with locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota. Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Under Dakota Heritage Bank pregame interviews, chatting with the head coach of the Mayport CG Patriots ahead of tonight's baseball contest between Mayport CG and Hillsboro-Central Valley, and Alex Berry. And Coach, starting out the season, a couple of losses, a win against Northern Cass, I believe. No, just a couple losses.
Couple losses. Yep, couple of games. Just getting a few games under our belt, which has been a good thing. We've seen progression throughout the year, so that's been positive from Thursday to Monday to this past Friday. Seen plenty of growth, so that's what we're looking for. Hopefully the W's could be happening after that, but we're not super concerned about that. We're focused on getting better and making improvements each day.
Of course, you got a regional challenge here in Hillsboro-Central Valley. Your thoughts on the Burros this year?
Yeah, I think they're going to be very competitive. We expect them to be solid in what they do and working hard. We know that they do things the right way here, so looking forward to an opportunity to compete with them today. And just being outside and playing is a blessing for us all.
Through the first couple of games, again, haven't picked up a win yet. Your thoughts on what you've seen in those first couple of games and what needs to improve to get to that win column?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, we've seen a lot of growth throughout the student athletes. We're a 4 senior, 2 sophomore, 10 freshman crew, so you're going to have your ups and downs, and that's to be expected. But if we continue to work hard and look for opportunities for growth, I think I have a lot of encouragement and seeing the right things. I think things will fall into place, but it's not going to be easy at any point in time, and we got to continue to work hard. Our region's always tough, so we got another tough one today.
Head Coach Alex Berry joining us in our Dakota Heritage Bank pregame interviews from Mayport CG. Coach, best of luck today. Thanks for the time.
Thank you, James.
For all your fresh floral needs, rely on 3R Floral on Main Street in Hillsboro. If you have an upcoming wedding or special event, contact 3R Floral to help with your floral needs for the occasion. Call 3R Floral at 701-636-2000. You can also find gift ideas for all occasions. Check out the new decor to spruce up your home and office for the new year at 3R Floral. And don't forget about Hillsboro Gifts, featuring Borough apparel for all Borough fans. Check out the 3R Floral Facebook page and see some great gifts available. If you can dream it, we can do it at 3R Floral in Hillsboro.
Goose River Bank is here for the communities we serve, building relationships that last a lifetime. Serving the strong Red River Valley and beyond, we are your neighbors, friends, and family, committed to providing everything from everyday personal banking to loans for your farm or business. Visit one of our locations in Mayville, Hillsboro, or Hatton, or reach out and we'll happily come to you, because it's the neighborly thing to do. Goose River Bank. Strong bank, strong communities.
At Abra Auto Body and Glass in Grand Forks, they make sure your vehicle gets the best standard of care to get it back on the road as quickly as possible. Lonnie and his team are some of the most highly trained in the industry. With state-of-the-art technology and superior products, your vehicle will leave in great condition. With their drive-in claims area, the process is smooth and easy. Let Abra Auto Body and Glass in Grand Forks provide you and your vehicle with premium care and attention. Open 8 to 5:30 Monday through Friday. Abra Auto Body and Glass of Grand Forks.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
On our Dakota Heritage Bank pregame interviews, a chat with the head coach of the Hillsboro-Central Valley Burros in Ben Strand ahead of today's contest with the Mayport CG Patriots. And Coach, a 1-5 start. Feels like your team is kind of starting to figure it out as we get to the first 6 games of the year.
Yeah, our bats are coming around, and we're hoping that our defense can stir it up a little bit. We talked about we played at against Velva and Carrington, and we gave them a lot of free passes. So we're hoping to stir up our defense here as we continue in region play and continue our bats have been pretty good lately, so we're hoping that continues as well.
Win against Hatton Northwood. What went right in that game that you want to replicate here as you face Mayport CG?
We were able to hop on their starter right away and get some runs early, which has kind of been our struggle the last few years, is getting early runs. So, hoping we can pop up right away and get some early runs, put some pressure on right away instead of waiting around until the end to put the pressure on. So we thought we did a good job there. We also settled down a little bit defensively as the game went on and started making some plays. So hoping to continue the early striking.
Mayport CG on the schedule today. A game that was moved up to try and beat some of the rain we're going to see this week. Your thoughts on the Patriots?
They're always a pretty good team, especially defensively. They're able to put the ball in play as well. They're hard to get strikeouts against. Coach Barry's always got them prepared to move the runners around and bunt them over, move them over, stealing bases. So we got to be on our toes and ready defensively to take some of that away from them.
Got Riley Richter starting on the mound here today. What do you hope to see from him?
Hope to see Riley continue throwing a lot of strikes. We like that he goes and challenges guys and lets his defense work behind him. So that's something we rely on with him, and we know he's confident up there. So we hope we continue to throw a lot of strikes and let our defense work.
First time we've seen your guys this season. What do you feel like's improved the most over the first 6 games?
I think a little confidence at the plate. We got some guys that came back from last year that had a lot of varsity time, but we also have a pretty good handful that, we had 4 super seniors in Legion, and that means we had eight guys from Legion not on our team now, so didn't get as many shots at this kind of this kind of level of play, and so they're starting to get a little more comfortable, I think, and a little more confident, which is good to see.
Head Coach Ben Strand joining us on our Dakota Heritage Bank pregame interviews from Hillsboro-Central Valley. Coach, best of luck today. Thanks so much.
Thanks for being here.
All Works Underground Utilities, LLC specializes in directional boring and plowing of underground utilities. Contact Dylan Stevens, 218-261-3090. Power lines, communications, water and sewer lines. All Works LLC can get the job done. All Works LLC works with residential and construction contractors in Minnesota and North Dakota. Contact Dylan Stevens with All Works LLC, 218-261-3090.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
It's a spring sale with additional discounts on all trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsboro. With everyday lower prices, Bloomfield Enterprises is offering additional discounts through April 30th. All trailers have spring sale discounts and price savings. Dumps, tilts, utility, equipment, and car trailers, plus goosenecks and flow aluminum trailers. Talk to Tim at 701-430-0877 or Larry at 218-368-7989. See Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsboro for big spring sale discounts on trailers.
Central Valley Bean Cooperative in Buxton, North Dakota has adapted to the growing needs of the edible bean industry since 1982. Production of edible beans helps many growers in the Red River Valley make their farming operation more profitable. These growers are also producing a nutritious, high-protein food source, helping feed a hungry world. Central Valley Bean Cooperative in Buxton, with receiving stations in Hatton, Sharon, Larimore, Devils Lake, Wilton, Washburn, Lincoln, Peasic, East Grand Forks, Grafton, and Garski. Learn more at centralvalleybean.com or 701-847-2622. And we're back here on our Irie Insurance pregame show. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service you deserve. They cover it all. IrieINS.com. As we get set for baseball action here this evening between, or I should say, looks kind of closing in on the evening, but late afternoon between the Hillsboro-Central Valley Burros and the Mayport CG Patriots. Again, let's take a look at both these teams. Hillsboro-Central Valley 1-5 on the year. They started out 0-3, 11-1 loss at Park River. Then they went to Shiloh for a little jamboree, mini jamboree there. Lost to Grafton 5-1, and Shiloh, the host of Skyhawks, 5-4. So again, a little bit closer each time, losing by 10 against Park River, falling by 4 only against Grafton, and just by 1 against Shiloh Christian. Big 14-7 win at Hatton Northwood, open up region play. And then on the road in Velva, they fell short to Carrington, 12-11, and lost to Velva Drake Animus, 10-3. And so they're looking for their second win of the year and a second time in region play. As for Mayport CG, just a couple of games on the schedule, falling to Northern Cass by a final score there of 5-0 rather, and a loss to Thompson 7-6. Pretty good for the Patriots. They've come the closest to taking down Thompson. Taking a look briefly at Thompson, just they're doing things again that teams don't usually do, like winning 3 straight games by a 10-0 scoreline against decent teams. Rugby, decent team. Velvet Drake Animus, decent team. Kindred Richland, really decent team. And again, they're shutting them out 10-0. In fact, the Tommies have allowed just more than 2 runs once. That being against these Mayport CG Patriots when it was 7-6. 10 runs total in their first 7 games of the year, averaging just over a run allowed a game. While scoring against their opponents, they've scored double digits in all but that game against Mayport CG. 10 runs 4 times, 13-11. That would be 64 and then 771. So they're averaging 10 runs a game on offense, allowing just 1 on defense. So how you crack the code? Not sure, but as for the Mayport CG Patriots, they were the closest. So again, Hillsboro-Central Valley, Mayport CG, what we got on tap here for you today. In the early going, taking a look at some of the other teams around the East region. Kindred Richland is at 3-1 overall, 4-1 for Central Cass, and some of the better records. New Rockford Cheyenne 4-0. They've had a sneaky good team for the last 3 or 4 years or so. Had some decent results in Babe Ruth, and now they're starting off on a nice run here. And Grafton and Langdon area and Moore Munich a combined 7-0. The rest of Region 4 a combined 4-4. So there you go. Other region leaders, North Star 3-1, led by Dane Hagler, the future Jamestown Jimmy. We had him on our coaches show for Senior Spotlight in the wintertime. Of course, the runner-up Bearcats to West Hope Newburgh in the Division B basketball championship boys side. Bishop Ryan, Ned Rose at 5-1. Velvet Drake Animus at 6-2. Overall leaders in Region 6. Best record in Region 7 right now belongs to Des Lacs Burlington at 4-2. Renville County 2-0. Of course, that has members of that West Hope Newburgh champion team from boys basketball. And Shiloh Christian 6-2. Beulah 5-3. The best records in Region 8. So some of the best records so far around the state of North Dakota. Going to take another quick break. When we come back, we'll have the Hillsboro-Central Valley starting lineups here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Hey growers, when working on your water management solutions, call Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. They are your water management contractor, helping you with tile drainage plans, service drainage plans, or both. Remember, water management is a lifetime investment. Call Chad 701-430-0182 to get your water problem solved. For more information, follow Chad's Excavating on Facebook. For tile drainage and service plans, call 701-430-0182. Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Almost half of the energy used in homes goes toward heating and cooling the spaces we live in. Energy Star certified heating and cooling equipment can improve your comfort while lowering electric bills. Through its Bright Energy Solutions program, City of Hillsboro offers rebates for a wide range of energy-efficient equipment like heat pumps and central air conditioners. You can also get a rebate for having your cooling system professionally tuned up. Call the City of Hillsboro to learn more about rebates or visit BrightEnergySolutions.com.
This is Dustin Nagel with Dakota Heritage Bank. We're a family-owned community bank where decisions are made locally. At Dakota Heritage Bank, we can assist you with all of your banking needs, including checking and savings accounts, credit and debit cards, loans of all types, and more. We offer free mobile banking, online banking, and bill pay services. Just go to dhbanknd.com or download the mobile app for convenient on-the-go banking with Dakota Heritage Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
My coworkers here at Degelman are super supportive. We all get along. Makes for a really easy work day, easy work week.
From day one, I felt like it's been a big family here at Degelman.
Our culture at Degelman is really second to none. It's truly a family atmosphere.
It feels really great to be a part of a team that is building some of the toughest equipment in the farm industry.
I'm Madden Scunberg. I'm confident on the field, and when it's time for college, I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident.
I'm Tylee Johnson. I'm confident in the arena, and when it's time for college, I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident.
Back to Hillsboro here as we get set for baseball action between the Burros and the Patriots on YourLiveEvent.com. It's time now for our American Crystal Sugar Company starting lineups. Live the sweet life, great careers, quality products, grow our own. CrystalSugar.com. Let's get those starting lineups here for you. Starting with the Hillsboro-Central Valley Burros home team. They'll lead off. It's the sophomore shortstop, number 5, Tyson Leshik. Batting second, it's the senior third baseman, number 7, Kyle Halfley. Batting third, the sophomore shortstop, number 2, Chase Halfley. Batting fourth, it's the sophomore second baseman, number 10, Braden Chenault. Batting fifth, the junior pitcher, number 15, Riley Richter. Batting sixth, the senior first baseman, number 8, Carter Limke. Batting seventh, the senior left fielder, number 4, James Fortman. Batting eighth, the senior center fielder, number 17, Landon Olson. And batting ninth, the senior right fielder, number 3, Cooper Broughton. That's the starters. Head coach Benjamin Strand, assisted by Kevin Loken. And now take a look at the starters for Mayport CG, again presented by American Crystal Sugar Company. Here are your Mayport CG Patriot starting lineup. They'll lead off with the senior shortstop, number 4, Cole Kritzberger. Batting second, it's the senior pitcher, number 8, Marshall Judish. Batting third, it's the senior right fielder, number 38, Marshall Kloster. Batting fourth, it's the senior third baseman, number 13, Walker McGillis. Batting fifth, the center fielder, a freshman, number 11, Connor Doctor. Batting sixth, it's the freshman catcher, number 7, Sam Weaver. Batting seventh, it's the I got 2 catchers listed here. Batting seventh, it's number 21, a sophomore, Alex Arsvold. Our second baseman, Sam Weaver. The catcher is Alex Arsvold. There you go. Batting eighth, it's the first baseman, number 2, a freshman, Caden Hogfoss. Batting ninth, it's the right fielder, number 9, designated hitter, Easton Hansen, number 9. And the flex spot at first base, at left field, number 3, Spencer Jacobson, a freshman. That is the starting lineup for head coach in Alex Berry and the Mayport CG Patriots. Patriots are going to be in the white jerseys. So you can see them line up there on the third base line. White jerseys, red numbers, Patriots in white on the front of the jersey, red sash as well. Front of the jersey, white pants, Patriot logo on the front back of the jersey. The Burros are going to be in their gray jerseys with the Burros in blue, outlined in white, and the blue trim down the side of the pants, and the jersey blue numbers outlined in white as well. Sky's starting to clear up just a little bit, still mostly cloudy skies. As again, we have pretty much a 90 to 100% chance of rain. We're going to see some rain tomorrow. Question is how much. Tomorrow on the schedule, we do have a doozy between Thompson and Hillsboro-Central Valley in Thompson. That one is unlikely to get in as, again, the weather looks to not be cooperative. But we have not had a rain out yet, at least on the North Dakota side of things, so we're hoping to keep that going. Had some scheduling changes. As always, head on to yourliveevent.com for the latest on the schedule updates. This one's thrown together kind of at the last minute. A change to try and get this game to beat the weather, and so I think we're going to be able to do that here for today. As it stands right now, again, the schedule almost likely will change, but as it stands right now, here's what we got coming for you the rest of the week. Again, we mentioned Hillsboro-Central Valley Baseball is at Thompson, and the Burros softball team is taking on Kindred Richland down in Kindred. So those two games on Tuesday. Thursday, we had this one initially scheduled for Thursday. Now it is just Thompson hosting Mayport CG and girls softball. And softball as well on Friday. Hillsboro-Central Valley hosts, West Fargo Horace. That's what we have on the schedule here for this week. Again, you can find our full schedule at yourliveevent.com. We have the plate conference with the umpires and, of course, Alex Berry, Mayport CG, Ben Strand, Hillsboro-Central Valley. And we will soon here we'll step away for the national anthem. And we'll come back. We'll have live baseball here for you on yourliveevent.com. That wraps up our Irie Insurance pregame show. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service you deserve. They cover it all: home, auto, crop, commercial, and benefits insurance. Go to irieins.com for a free quote today. We'll step away here for the national anthem. When we come back, we'll have baseball time here for you on yourliveevent.com.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
Don't be fooled by that beat-up old cap. Its faded crown represents the tireless work of America's farmers and ranchers. Its sturdy brim, their dedication to providing our nation with a safe, affordable food source. So we'd like to tip our hat to them. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting those that protect America's food source.
Contact Ryan Opdahl, your local Farmers Union insurance agent, at 701-436-5777 or use the QR code to connect with the agency. It's a spring sale with additional discounts on all trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsboro. With everyday lower prices, Bloomfield Enterprises is offering additional discounts through April 30th. All trailers have spring sale discounts and price savings. Dumps, tilts, utility, equipment, and car trailers, plus goosenecks and flow aluminum trailers. Talk to Tim at 701-430-0877 or Larry at 218-368-7989. See Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsboro for big spring sale discounts on trailers.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Fireworks and sports stuff in the same store? That's right. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Come in and browse the sports cards and memorabilia and fireworks at the same time. Unopened packs and boxes of sports cards, plus pre-owned cards as well. Jersey, Swatch, autograph cards, lots of Twins, Vikings, Wolves, Wild, Lynx, and North Stars memorabilia, bobbleheads, caps, and more. Call anytime, 701-436-6140. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro.
At Halstead Living Center and Heritage House in Halstead, they remain committed to their original mission of providing living environments for seniors that maximize health, independence, and quality of life. Residents can enjoy hobbies, socializing, programs, and more at Halstead Living Center and Heritage House communities. For more information on Halstead Living Center and Heritage House in Halstead, call 218-456-2105 or log on to halsteadlivingcenter.com. The Hillsboro-Central Valley Booster Club is made up of parents, fans, and community members who work together to build team and community spirit. The Hillsboro-Central Valley Booster Club supports Hillsboro and Central Valley students in their school activities and encourages all students to be involved in the activities at your school. The Hillsboro-Central Valley Booster Club takes great pride in uniting the communities to support the boroughs, encouraging everyone to promote school spirit, sportsmanship, and to support the Hillsboro-Central Valley students. It's the Hillsboro-Central Valley Booster Club.
There's more at 104. Hillsboro, North Dakota has everything you want in a hometown. Business opportunities, great jobs, and a top-notch school. Shovel-ready lots for your next idea. Great jobs in manufacturing, healthcare, and agriculture. An excellent education for your kids with small class sizes and lots of school spirit. Plus easy access to I-29 and the conveniences of North Dakota's largest cities. Build your future in Hillsboro and see why there's more at 104.
Hillsboro Dairy, with delivery of fresh dairy products and more to your home door. I've had Hillsboro Dairy delivering cold, fresh dairy products and other items to my door for years. Three main reasons why. It's the convenience, the products are fresh, and the delivery service from the Udder Guy. Nobody does it like the Udder Guy. Every week, we get to see Teak. Please call him at 701-436-5877. Delivery right to your door from Hillsboro Dairy.
Back to baseball action here on YourLiveEvent.com as the Hillsboro-Central Valley Burros host the Mayport CG Patriots. First pitch just a little bit behind the schedule, but Riley Richter's ready to go, and he delivers that first pitch. It is a ball there. So we're in the top of the first. There's the pitch, a little bit downstairs that time. And the count goes here now to 1-1. To Cole Kritzberger, shortstop, number 4. It's the pitch, right past the glove of Richter through the infield there for a base hit. As Kritzberger is aboard to start things off here.
Now batting the pitcher, number 8, Marshall Judish.
Marshall Judish will come in, the pitcher, left-handed batter, the senior, number 8. Runner aboard, and nobody out here in the top of the first. Richter takes a check over to first base. Delivers the pitch. A little bit high. Count goes now to 1-0. And Judish at the dish. Kritzberger there at first base. Richter takes a check back over to first and gets back out there on the mound. In the first pitch, unofficially at 4:37. Here for today, that one is a little bit low. 2-0 is the count. McGillis on deck and Kloster in the hole here for the Patriots. At 0-2, searching for their first win of the season. That one catches the zone this time. Count goes now 2-1. As the throw to first gets away, runner will go to second, and he'll charge over to third. And the tag out is in time. Got a little too much for Kritzberger. Was able to get over to second, but thrown out at third for the first out of the inning. And bases are now cleared. There's a pitch there to Judish. He pops that one up, and third base underneath of it. And he comes in to get it. So 2 down here now on the pop fly to third. As that brings in Sawyer McGillis here now with nobody on and 2 outs now. As there's the pitch. It's strike. Count goes 0-1 to McGillis. Kloster on deck. Walker McGillis in the hole. Sawyer McGillis is at the dish here right now. And the windup 0-1 pitch. Gets a hold of that one. Center field. Landon Olson's underneath that for the third out of the inning. Pretty quick work on that one. With no runs off of 1 hit. No error. There was 1 error, I should say. 1 error. No earned runs, and nobody left on base. Unofficially, pitch counts at 9 for Riley Richter. Through the top of the first, no score. Headed to the bottom here with Leshik, Kyle, and Chase Affley on the way for Hillsboro-Central Valley.
Hillsboro Drug and Gift is your area full-service pharmacy with prescription and over-the-counter medications, cough, cold, and flu medications, health and beauty items, and more. They offer mail-out service and free delivery in Hillsboro and Halstead. And remember, you can now text Hillsboro Drug anytime for your prescription refills at 701-636-5231. There's always something new with a great selection of seasonal items, gifts, and cards for all occasions at Hillsboro Drug and Gift. They're always happy to help you, and they thank you for your business at Hillsboro Drug and Gift.
The Hillsboro Vets Club thanks you for your support of their activities and events. Stop in and to check out their new menu. Enjoy the Vets Club appetizers every Wednesday from 5 till 7. And as I've said many times, they have the best roasted chicken around. Enjoy roasted chicken every Saturday from 5:30 till 7:30. Get there early because sometimes it's gone early because it is the best roasted chicken. Fries and coleslaw also available with this meal every Saturday. Dine in or take out. The Hillsboro Vets Club.
Time for the bottom of the first. On YourLiveEvent.com, no score. On that Golden Harvest Tim Kazette seed sales scoreboard, 701-430-0877. Still plenty of corn and bean varieties that Tim has got. This weather, this week of weather, it's not going to necessarily help the baseball, softball schedulers, but it will definitely help the farmers. And we're happy about that. Hillsboro-Central Valley comes up to the dish. Here comes Tyson Leshik, the sophomore catcher, number 5, right-handed batter, to face Marshall Judish, the senior pitcher, the lefty there for Mayport CG. First pitch. Low and inside. Count goes there to 1-0 to Leshik. 1-5. Burrows in their home opener. 1-0 pitch. A little bit downstairs again. Count goes to 2-0. As Leshik steps back into the box, that count is actually at 1-1. Apologies on that. 1-1 pitch. That's popped up. Second base underneath of it, and he gets it. Pop fly to the second baseman. Just 3 pitches for the first out of the inning. Brings up to the dish here, Kyle Halfley.
Number 7, Kyle Halfley.
Senior third baseman number 7. Nobody on and one down here. Just one base runner so far in the first 4 batters combined in this Trail County tilt. Judish, first pitch. A little bit off the plate here that time for Kyle Halfley, 1-0. Chase Halfley on deck. Braden Chenault in the hole here for the Burros. Their regional win earlier this season was against Hatton Northwood, their only win of the year. That is outside. 2-0. Here is the count to Halfley. In the windup, there's the 2-0 pitch. One's a little downstairs. Make it 3-0 now. It's Kyle Halfley ahead of the game here. Wind picks up just a little bit. 3-0 pitch. That gets away. Halfley is going to get to first base free. As Chase Halfley comes up to the dish here now, the sophomore shortstop, number 2, right-handed batter. Runner is now aboard at first with one down here in the bottom of the first. No score. The Golden Harvest Tim Gazette Seed Sales scoreboard. Kyle Halfley makes a little bit of a move there. Junish looks over that way and goes for the pickoff, not in time. We've already had one, I guess, moderately successful pickoff as Cole Kritzberger, the leadoff batter for Mayport CG, did get to second off a throwing error, but then tried to get to third. Could not get there in time. He's thrown out. First pitch there, swing and a miss there for Chase Halfley. Steve Reich one, Braden Chenault on deck. Riley Richter in the hole here for the Burros in those gray jerseys. Blue numbers and the blue trim for you as well. As Judish taking his time, trying to pick off again at first. Once again, not in time. Kyle Halfley continues to get some distance on that first bag. Wind speed again around 10 to 15 miles an hour out of the west-northwest. It's a little chilly out here. Judish steps off the bump there. And he'll get back on now. Just 10 minutes to get our first 4 outs combined of this game. Judish once again checks over to first. There's the pitch, swing and a miss there. Chase Halfley, count goes 0-2. After 4 straight balls thrown by Judish, a couple of taken strikes there for Chase Halfley. As a look over to first, and time is called. And runner goes back over to first. Not a balk there, just didn't quite time it up right. Wind picks up a little bit. Pick off again to first, not in time. Third time they've attempted that here in this at-bat. Judish. 0-2 pitch. Got a hold of that one. Halfley deep left field. It's foul down the first base line, or third base line rather. Count remains at 0-2. As Halfley goes back to the dish. Judish with the 0-2 pitch. That one's downstairs. Runner goes for the steal and gets there in time. First steal of the game there for Hillsboro-Central Valley. He moves into scoring position now. Still with one out on the board and a 1-2 count now. Burrows look to score the first run of the game. Judish takes a look over to second. Delivers the 1-2 pitch. Foul. Count remains at 1-2. Started out at 0-2. Halfley started out with 2 straight swings and misses, then a foul ball, a actual ball, and then a foul ball again. Pitch number 6 of the plate appearance here. There's the 1-2 pitch. That's high and away. Count goes 2-2 as Chase Halfley battles. Again, Braden Chenault on deck and Riley Richter in the hole for the Burros. Both teams had a base runner, but none has made it to third yet. Judish takes a look over to second and delivers the 2-2 pitch. Halfley goes after it again. It's fouled again and hits the road. Count remains 2-2. And you got to be a little cautious when you drive by the ball diamond here. Judish, as Kyle Halfley's just dancing between second and third. And that's a strikeout. Oh, just caught the zone there. 8th pitch of the plate appearance and a strikeout looking that time. The second out of the inning.
Number 10, Braden Chenault.
Here comes Braden Chenault now for the Burros. Chenault, the sophomore second baseman, number 10, right-handed batter. Judish takes a look over to second. First pitch, swing and a miss. Count goes 0-1 to Chenault. Riley Richter on deck and Carter Lemke in the hole for the Burros. Judish in the windup 0-1 pitch. That's outside, 1-1. Runner at second, and now 2 outs on the board here in the bottom of the first. Again, no runner has gotten to third base quite yet. There's the 1-1 pitch. Picks up the strike there. Count goes 1-2. Could be less than a 15-minute inning right now if Judish can pick up one more strike here. Judish in the windup, the 1-2 pitch. Got him down. In 4 that time. We had no runs off of no hits. There were no errors, no earned runs, and 1 left on base. Pitch count I have right now is at 19. There for Mayport CG's Marshall Judish. No score through the first inning here on YourLiveEvent.com. Top of the second to here with 4, 5, and 6 for the Patriots. Marshall Closter, Walker McGillis, Connor Doctor here coming up on YourLiveEvent.com.
You've got a lot more going for you in 2024 with Mayport Hardware, Trail County's Hardware Hank. No matter how many times your New Year's resolutions change, Mayport Hardware's tools and supplies will aid your goals and dreams. Let their staff help you turn those scratch paper scribblings into reality. Paint the bathroom, fix the deck, finally get that garden going. You may not be able to do it all this year, but you can check any of those off your list with the help of Mayport Hardware, Trail County's Hardware Hank on Main Street in Mayville.
You can buy beef by the quarter, half or whole beef from Mueller Angus, USDA inspected beef. Fill the freezer. Call Dave Mueller at 701-799-3032. 701-799-3032 to purchase beef by the quarter, half or the whole from Mueller Angus, Hillsboro. You can buy beef by the quarter, half or whole beef from Mueller Angus, USDA inspected beef. Fill the freezer. Call Dave Mueller at 701-799-3032. 701-799-3032 to purchase beef by the quarter, half or the whole from Mueller Angus, Hillsboro.
Back here now for the top of the second. On YourLiveEvent.com, Riley Richter with the pitch. That one's a little bit downstairs to Marshall Closter. Closter, the right fielder, number 38. Gloucester, a senior. Swing and a miss that time. Count goes to 1-1 for the junior starter, Riley Richter. Gave up a hit, a leadoff hit. So far, nothing else earned. As there's a strike right there, looking for his first K of the game, Riley Richter. Bases cleared here to start the top of the second. Game that's lasted so far just 18 minutes. And already one strike away from our 7th combined out. Richter, the 1-2 pitch. Just off the mark there. Richter unofficially needing 9 pitches to get out of the first inning. Might take a little more this time around. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Got him down in 5. For the first out of the inning. Brings in here now Walker McGillis. McGillis, the third baseman. Number 13, senior. But nobody on, and one down here now in the top of the second. There's the first pitch from the righty, Richter. That's popped up, and it's going to fall right in front of the right fielder there. Falls right in front of Cooper Broughton for the blooper single there for McGillis. Brings in now Connor Doctor. Doctor, the freshman. Shortstop, number 11, left-handed batter with a runner aboard. And now one down. First pitch. Just caught the zone that time. Count goes 0-1. Sam Weaver on deck. Alex Arsvold in the hole here for the Patriots. Richter takes a check over to first. Steps off the bump just briefly. He'll get back on it here. 0-1 pitch. Just offside. They're 1-1. After a leadoff strikeout there for Richter, gave up his second hit of the game. 1-1 pitch. Strike 2. Runner off the bag at first, McGillis, Walker McGillis. Richter on the 1-2 pitch. Right to Richter, and the throw to first in time for the double play. So Doctor gets out on the line out to the pitcher for the second out, and then McGillis left the bag early for the third out on a 1-3 double play to end the inning. There were no runs off one hit, no errors, no earned runs, and nobody left on base. And just took, I have 10 pitches for Riley Richter. Boy, he's breezing through these 2 innings. 19 pitches through the first 2 unofficially. That ends the top of the second. Going now to the bottom of the second. Due up for the Patriots, or due up for the Burros, excuse me. Richter, Limke, and Fortman, 5, 6, and 7, due up for Hillsboro-Central Valley.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in North Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the NDHSAA and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Insurance answers should come easily from local agents you know and trust. Someone down the road, not across the country. From Watford City to downtown Fargo, NODAC insurance agents know the protection you need. From the Peace Garden to the geographical center of North America. We're focused on North Dakota's farms, ranches, small towns, and cities, so the answers are right in front of you. NODAC Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Number 15, Riley Richter.
As we go now to the bottom of the second. Back here to Hillsboro as it's 5-6-7 due up for the Burros. Riley Richter, Carter Limke, and James Fortman. Here's Richter, number 15, the right-hander, pitcher, junior, facing Marshall Judish. Pitcher-pitcher battle here, second of the day. Strike looking that time. Count goes to 0-1 in the pitcher-pitcher battle. Marshall Judish popped it out to first base. First time around, that one's a little bit off, a little bit outside. Count goes to 1-1. Just one base runner so far for the Burros. Kyle Halfley got on due to a walk. No hits allowed yet for Judish as that one's a little off the plate. Count goes to 2-1 to Richter. Couple of strikeouts for Judish to close out the bottom of the first. 2-1 pitch. Richter swings and misses that time. 2-2. Judish in the windup. 2-2 pitch. Got him down. Judish with 3 straight strikeouts. He's on a roll here now as Carter Limke comes up to the dish. Limke, the senior first baseman. Number 8, right-handed batter. As Judish first pitch to Limke is a strike. Count goes 0-1. Last, let's see here. That's a strike as well. Last 11 pitches have been 8 strikes and 3 balls. There for Marshall Judish. 0-2 pitch. A little downstairs that time. Count goes 1-2. James Fortman on deck. Landon Olson in the hole here for the Burros. As Judish, the 1-2 pitch. Outside, now 2-2. Burros here on their season again, 1-5 overall. Scored a combined 6 runs in the first 3 games. The last 3 games, a combined 28. As it's another strikeout. Limke goes down swinging in 5. And that's 4 in a row now. Let's put 2 outs on the board there in the bottom of the second. Here comes James Fortman, the senior. Left fielder. Number 4, right-handed batter. That's a ball here. Count goes to 1-0 to Fortman. Interestingly enough, I have never seen this. This is year number 7 for me, calling high school baseball. Count goes to 1-1. I've never seen a lineup end with their left fielder, then their center fielder, then their right fielder. 1-1 pitch. Outside here, 2-1 to Fortman. Again, the left fielder. Olson, the center fielder, on deck, and Broughton, the right fielder, in the hole. Judish, 2-1 pitch. Nobody behind him. He throws it away, but nobody moves because nobody's on. And the count now goes to 3-1. And we just have had 3 base runners all game. Not a single one of them has gotten to third base yet. Judish, 3-1 pitch. Here's a strike, double full count. Here, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nowhere to hide for Fortman for the Burros at the dish. And Judish on the mound there for the Patriots. There's the pitch. Popped foul. And the count remains full. Full count pitch. Foul to the backstop this time as Fortman keeps battling here. You'll see pitch number 8 of the plate appearance. Chase Halfley also saw 8 pitches in his plate appearance, in his at-bat. Struck out, though. And another foul to the mesh this time. Longest at-bat of the day so far. Be the 9th pitch. Full count. Upstairs. Good battle from Fortman to earn the walk in 9.
Loud thunder, heavy rain.
Brings in Landon Olson. Senior center fielder number 17. Right-handed batter. Runner now on first, and still 2 down here. Both base runners for the Burros have gone on due to walks. Both base runners for, I say that 5 times fast. Both base runners for the Burros gotten on due to walks. Both base runners for the Patriots, conversely, have gone on due to hits. So the Burros are looking for their first hit of the game. Runner off the bag slightly at first, and Fortman. There's the pitch to Olson, swing and a miss. Count goes to 0-1. For the future future Mayville State Comet. Going to play for, of course, Coach Olson and the Comet football team. Swing and a miss there. As Fortman does get back, just beats the tag. Count remains here at 0-2. Landon Olson with Cooper Broughton on deck to close out the order the first time through. 0-2 pitch. Downstairs, inside, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a runner on first. Here in the bottom of 2. 1-2 pitch. Olson dings that one through the infield for a base hit. First hit of the game for Hillsboro-Central Valley, and the center fielder couldn't quite recover. Lucky for him, Fortman held up at second base. Fortman moves over to second. Olson at first, and here comes Cooper Broughton, senior right fielder number 3. Right-handed batter. About a half hour into this one. First time today we've had 2 base runners on at the same time. First pitch. Low. Count goes 1-0 to Broughton. Top of the order on deck in Leshik. Sun's starting to come out here a little bit. Still mainly cloudy skies. From Hillsboro, there's the pitch. There's a strike. Count goes 1-1. Judish picked his way through the middle of the Burro order, striking out 4 straight batters before allowing a walk and then a hit to get Fortman and Olson on the bag. Swing and a miss there that time. 1-2 for Cooper Broughton. As Judish checks first. 1-2 pitch. Just downstairs. 2-2. Judish. 2-2 pitch. Foul to the mesh. Count remains 2-2. "28 pitches this half inning for Judish. 2-2 pitch. Outside. Double full count again. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nowhere to hide here for Broughton at the dish for the Burros. Marshall Judish adjusting the cap at the mound for the Patriots. There's the full count pitch. Swing and a miss. Judish gets out of the jam unscathed. No runs off of 1 hit. There were no errors, no earned runs, and 2 left on base. And that one ended up taking 29 pitches. We're through the first 2 innings. Still no score as we go to the top of the 3rd here on YourLiveEvent.com. That comes your way next.
Our Savior's Lutheran Church in Hillsboro, North Dakota invites you to experience the love of God. Our Savior supports all youth with academics, athletics, music, art, dance, and drama, and offer meaningful opportunities for people of all ages. Join us for worship at 8:30 or 10:30 each Sunday morning, in person or watch on television, HTC Channel 34, or online, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or at oslchillsboro.com.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Top of the third here on EarLiveEvent.com. James Martin standing out with you as Hillsboro-Central Valley hosting Mayport CG. Baseball action as Riley Richter back to work. First pitch, it's a grounder. 3-hop to the shortstop. Throw to first is in time for the 6-3 out. On Sam Weaver, the leadoff batter here in the top of the third. Just one pitch needed to get that out.
Now batting number 21, Alex Arsvold.
Brings in Alex Arsvold, the catcher, number 21, a left-handed batter. Here's Riley Richter's first pitch. It is a strike. Count goes 0-1 with Hogfoss on deck. And the top of the order in Kritzberger in the hole. Swinging a miss that time. Count goes 0-2 as Richter making quick work of this Patriot batting lineup here, allowing just 2 hits. 0-2 pitch. Foul. Count remains 0-2. No walks, 1 strikeouts. And again, those 2 hits. 0-2 pitch. Pop, foul. Left side towards the road. And the count remains at 0-2. One down here in the top of the third. 0-2 pitch. Popped up. Chance at it. First baseman's underneath of it, and he's got it. Pop fly to the first baseman. His second out of the game, that being
now batting number 2, Caden Hogfoss.
Carter Limke. 2 down here now as Caden Hogfoss, the first baseman, comes to the dish, and immediately he's behind the count here at 0-1. 0-1 pitch. Strike 2. Despite allowing 2 hits for Richter, the Patriots have not had a 4th batter in any half inning so far this game. 0-2 pitch. That's low. Count goes 1-2. That's because in the first, top of the first, leadoff batter Kritzberger off a throwing error by Richter. That's outside, 2-2. And he went to second, tried to get to third, and got thrown out. And then a double play ended the second. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Richter gets him down in 5. No runs, no hits, no errors, no earned runs, nobody left on base. A goose egg there for the third. And Richter did that one in just 11 pitches, 30 total for the junior, averaging just 10 pitches an inning. Pretty good stuff there from Riley Richter. We go to the bottom of the third here on YourLiveEvent.com. Next, 2 up for the Burros. It's their top of the order. Leshik, Halfley, and Halfley, 0 for 1. Walk drawn and 0 for 1.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. This spring has been a trying time, and we may feel everything is out of our control. Please remember to slow down and stay safe this spring. Come home to your families each and every night. Please use this time to make sure your planter is ready to go. Keep downtime to a minimum. When you get into the fields, we are here to help you with any planting issues that may come up. RDK Enterprises, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
This is Austin Reed with Dakota Heritage Bank. At Dakota Heritage Bank, we have a strong background in ag and business lending, but we can also help with any auto, recreational, personal, or home loans, including home equity lines of credit. If you're in need of a loan, Visit us at one of our locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota. Dakota Heritage Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC. Dakota Heritage Bank, sharing our heritage, sharing our future.
Got a pitching change here for Mayport CG. Pitching change presented by Agent Brad Richter, Hillsboro, and sales associate Nick Preston, Mayville, Nodak Insurance Company. For all your insurance questions, see Trail County's agents with answers. New pitcher there for the Patriots. That is Marshall Kloster, number 38. Kloster, the senior. And so he comes in senior for senior and for Marshall Judish. See, if I didn't quite notice the rest of the infield changes. We'll kind of double check here and see where everybody else is at. Walker McGillis stays at third. Caden Hogfoss stays at first. Cole Kritzberger stays at second. So it looks like, I believe, the infield is the same. So it looks like maybe it was an even switch. Kloster comes from right. Judish goes out there, I do believe. As we're to the top of the order here now in the bottom of the third. And Tyson Leshik 0 for 1. Pop fly to the second baseman to start the batting orders for the Burros. He is head of the count here, 2-0. So again, Judish goes 2 innings. Doesn't allow a run, interestingly enough, though. But did pitch 48 times. It might be saving him, or he might have had limitations. Either way. Or probably saving him for maybe another game this week, if it does happen with the weather. Otherwise, just a switch. 2-1 is the count. That's fouled back. Count goes down to 2-2 here as we lead off the bottom of 3. No score. As Kloster 2-2 pitch. Leshik grounder. It's fair. Down the third base line. As Leshik gets the Burros' second hit of the game. Comes up short on the slide, but he still gets there. Gets the stand-up double in 5 pitches. First extra base hit of the game, by the way, for either team. As Kyle Halfley comes up, drew a walk. Back in the first, stole a base as well. Still nobody's gotten to third base for either team. But the Burros are threatening here. As Kloster takes a look back over to second. Skying that one. Deep shot to center. It is nabbed. Leshik thought about tagging up. He'll just go back to second base. So a line out to center on the first pitch for the first out of the inning. Brings in Chase Halfley 0 for 1 with a strikeout in 8 pitches. Runner on second, 1 down here in the bottom of 3. No score as of yet, 41 minutes into this contest. There's the pitch. It's off the glove inside. Runner goes to third, and he's going to get there. We get another throwing error, and that allows the first run of the game. Leshik will come home to score. It is 1-0 Hillsboro-Central Valley on the Golden Harvest Tim Cassette seat sales scoreboard. So again, on the throwing error, first error of the game for Mayport CG. Hillsboro-Central Valley with 1 as well. Count is at 1-0. That's a swing and a miss. Count goes 1-1 to Chase Halfley. As the Burros take the lead, trying to stay undefeated in region play. 1-1 pitch, grounder foul, count goes 1-2. As Kloster, wind picks up just a little bit. 1-2 pitch, foul. Count remains there at 1-2. Kloster, 1-2 pitch. Got a hold of that one there. Chase Halfley, right center field. There's one, and he hustles over to second for our second stand-up double of the inning. It's time for Chase Halfley. It brings up here Braden Chenault, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Back in the first, as Hillsboro-Central Valley leading it 1-0 here in the bottom of the third. And we get a pitcher-catcher conference. Chenault at the dish, Richter on deck, Limke in the hole. All three struck out in their first at-bats. First pitch, grounder, too short, toss to first is in time for the 6-3 out. It does move Halfley, Chase Halfley over to third. But it does put a second out on the board.
Number 15, Riley Richter.
Brings in Riley Richter, the pitcher. Number 15, right-handed batter. First pitch, swing, check swing, he went. That strike count goes 0-1. Limke on deck and Fortman in the hole here. Get the Burros leading it 1-0 in the bottom of the third. Trying to add some more to it. 0-1 pitch. Bouncer, and that allows Halfley to come home and score. Makes it now 2-0. Hillsboro-Central Valley doubles up the lead as Halfley gets home on the wild pitch. And the count goes to 1-1 to Richter with the bases now cleared. Still 2 outs on the board. 1-1 pitch. Downstairs, 2-1. Again, Kloster, new pitcher here for Mayport CG. Interesting that Judish came off. I only had him down for 48 pitches through 2 innings. Probably could have gone another one, but again, obviously the decision was made, and Kloster comes out. Burros break through, and they take a 2-0 lead. 2-2 pitch. It's high. Double full count here. No, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Over to Hyde here for Richter for the Burros, and Kloster there for the Patriots, trying to close out the inning with minimal damage done. There's the pitch. It's a bouncer, and Richter gets a board on a walk. As we get a courtesy runner coming in here for Richter. This is going to be Jacob Duffner.
Number 8, Carter Lemke.
Duffner, the junior, I believe. Or excuse me, senior. As the throwback to first not in time. So again, Duffner, the senior, into courtesy run for Richter. As the Carter Limke, the first baseman, comes to the dish. Grounder to third. Toss over to first. Oh, got away from the first baseman. Duffner going to hustle towards home, and Jacob Duffner will score on a slide. Makes it now 3-0. Limke gets on due to the throwing error and then hustles all the way around to third. Makes it now 3-0 as we get a pitcher's mound conference there with Alex Berry. Limke now over to third. James Fortman about set to come back up. And so Berry giving a Talk out there again. 3-0 is the lead now for Hillsboro-Central Valley. In good shape as we get towards the first 50 minutes of this game. And so right now, looks like Klosser's going to stay out there to pitch. And he will stay out there. So no change as of yet. Barry looks to get the final out of the inning and get back to the drawing board. James Fortman up to the dish now for the Burros. He drew a walk in 9 pitches back in the second, and that really got the momentum back to Hillsboro-Central Valley as Fortman gets a hold of that one straight to center field for the out. To close out the inning, but a big one at that for the Burros. They scored 3 runs off of a pair of hits. There was 1 error. There were 3 earned runs. And there was 1 left on base. Good time now for an in-game update presented by Farmers Union Insurance Agent Ryan Opdahl of Hillsboro. Home, auto, business, life, farm insurance. Heck, even talked to him about his thoughts on the Masters. He did pick the winner, by the way. He said, I think Scotty Scheffler's going to take it, and he took his second green jacket. You can talk golf, insurance, all the above with Ryan Opdahl, Farmers Union Insurance in Hillsboro. We'll talk baseball here right now with our in-game update. Nobody got to third base for either team until the 3rd inning when Hillsboro-Central Valley broke it open. We just mentioned 3 runs off 2 hits and a critical throwing error as well. Got an extra run on board there for the Burros. Tyson Leshik led off with a double. 2 batters later, Chase Halfley picks up a double. As he comes home on a wild pitch, and I believe Leshik came home on a wild pitch as well. And Jacob Duffner scores. Riley Richter initially got on base due to a walk. And would score a run on that throwing error. That's our in-game update presented by Farmers Union Insurance Agent Ryan Opdahl of Hillsboro. Here's Riley Richter as we get set for the top of the 4th. He's thrown 2 strikes to Colt Kritzberger, the senior, second baseman. And that's a foul. Count remains at 0-2. Kritzberger is 1 for 1 with a base hit. Tried to get to third after the only error of the game for the Burros. And got thrown out. Again, top of the 4th here. 50 minutes into this one, Hillsboro-Central Valley looking to grab their 2nd win of the season as Kritzberger fouls it. On to the road. Count remains at 0-2. 5th pitch of the plate appearance coming up here for Kritzberger. Judish on deck, McGillis in the hole. 0-2 pitch. Just inside. Count goes there to 1-2. 3-0 again our score. In the top of 4. 1-2. Gets it out there. Into the gap in right center field. And that'll be a stand-up double here for Kritzberger. It's the 3rd stand-up double we've had this in the last, inning, if you count the bottom of the 3rd and the top of the 4th. Brings in Marshall Judish. Judish 0 for 1, pop fly to the first baseman and 4 pitches back in the 1st. By the way, for Kloster, he did pitch that whole 3rd inning. Let's add up his pitch count here. I got 11 and 12. And let's see here. 18, 19, 20, I believe. First pitch for Riley Richter's a strikeout, goes to 0-1 for Judish. Richter's averaging 10 pitches a inning coming into this one. Richter, 0-1 pitch after a check to second. Grounder, tough play. Second baseman had it, dropped it, got it back, threw it in time. Great play there for Braden Schultz, getting it to Carter Limke in time after fumbling it initially. for the first out of the inning. It does move Kritzberger over to third. And that brings in here Sawyer McGillis, a fly out to center field. 0 for 1 in just 2 pitches. First pitch, grounder. Through the infield, that's a base hit, RBI single. I believe the first RBI for either team today as well. McGillis brings home Kritzberger and Mayport CG, making a game of it here now, 3-1.
Now batting number 38, Marshall Kloster.
Marshall Kloster now the pitcher comes up after McGillis' RBI single. Richter first pitch. There's a strike. Count goes to 0-1. Kloster struck out in 5 back in the second. Walker McGillis on deck and Connor Doctor in the hole here for Mayport CG. Score now 3-1 on our Golden Harvest Tim Cazette Seed Cell scoreboard. There's the pitch. Popped up. Going after it. Shortstop. We'll get it with ease. So pop fly to the shortstop there. Second out of the inning. Hangs the runner over at first. And brings in now Walker McGillis. 1 for 1 with a base hit on the first pitch back in the second. Runner on first and 2 down here now, a 3-1 lead as Alex Berry comes up. Say something to his batter. It's Riley Richter here. In this inning, he's thrown 11 pitches to get 2 outs. 41 for the game. There's a pitch. And that's a base hit. Liner through the infield. And so runners now on first and second. Still with 2 outs on the board. Brings in here now Connor Doctor. Doctor, the shortstop, number 11. Freshman lefty. 0 for 1, a line out to Richter at the pitcher's mound back in the second and 4 pitches. First pitch is a strike. Count goes 0-1. Here's Richter's stats so far, again, as he approaches 45 pitches. He has collected a couple of strikeouts. He has allowed 4 hits in this game and 1 earned run. A 1 pitch, foul, on the third base line. Count goes 0-2. Richter has no walks given up as well. So good clean baseball here from the junior Riley Richter. But the tying run is at first base. The go-ahead run's at the dish right now. 0-2 pitch. Flung it out towards center field. Hops right in front of Olsen. And it's going to be an RBI single there for Doctor. Scoring McGillis. And the lead is now 3-2. Walker McGillis goes over to third, so we have runners now at the corners. And still 2 outs on the board is Sam Weaver. Comes up to the plate here. Weaver 0 for 1 with a ground out on the first pitch to start the third. We're now in the top of the 4th. So now the tying run is at third in scoring position. Go-ahead run is at first. And that go-ahead run is off the bag a little bit there with Doctor. Bunt is shown. Interesting on 2 outs. It did deflect off the batter, I believe, so it's foul. Count goes down to 0-1. Again, interesting choice to show bunt with 2 outs. Got to have a lot of confidence in your speed. As, of course, the easy play would be to throw it to first and end the inning. Arsvold on deck and Hogfoss in the hole here. Both teams to start their last respective half inning started at the top of their order. And both teams have gotten to their 7th batter in the order as well. Richter takes a check over to first. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Count goes to 0-2. Richter lets the runner at first get to second on a steal. as Richter tries to close out the top of the fourth. Richter 0-2 pitch, grounder, 3 hops to short. Tough throw to first. It is in time, though. 6-3 out in 3 pitches, but 2 runs do come across from Mayport CG off of 4 hits, 3 singles and a double. There were no errors. Both runs were earned, and there were 2 left on base. After a goose egg for Mayport CG in the third, an active inning in the fourth, and Riley Richter, he needed here 11, 12, 15, 18 pitches to get out of that one when he was averaging 10 an inning in the first 3. He's now at 48 for the game. 3-2, let's update that scoreboard here. 3-2 on the Golden Harvest Tim Cassette Seed Sales scoreboard. Bottom of the fourth we go. Hillsboro-Central Valley still with the lead over Mayport CG.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Bottom of the fourth here on HeroLiveEvent.com. Hillsboro-Central Valley leading Mayport CG 3-2. We had no runs in the first 2.5 innings of the game. But in the last 2.5 innings, we've had a combined 5, all 5. First pitch is a strike looking to Landon Olson. Count goes 0-1. Olson 1 for 1 with a base hit on 4 pitches back in the second. Marshall Kloster still out there pitching 0-1. Grounder just past the third baseman. That's fair. Olson's going to go to second, and he's going to get there. Stand-up double there for Landon Olson. As we are an hour now into this game, Cooper Broughton comes in here for the Burros. Leading again 3-2 in the bottom of the fourth. Runner now on second and nobody out. It's Cooper Broughton 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a half dozen. He shows bunt. That's going to be a foul. Count goes 0-1. That was back in the second, by the way. Tyson Leshik on deck and Kyle Halfley in the hole here for the Burros, with Olson on second. Big early regional contest between these two teams. 0 pitch, bunt shown again and pulled back. Count goes to 1-1. Marshall Kloster was the reliever there for Marshall Judish. As there's the 1-1 pitch. Bunt is shown. It's laid down nicely. Toss to first is in time to allow Landon Olson to get over to third. 2-3 ground out there in 3 pitches for the first out of the inning. Again, Olson goes to third. As Tyson Leshik comes up to the dish here now with 1 out on the board. Leshik 1 for 2 with a double back in the third. No RBIs yet again for the Burros. To my knowledge. As that pitch is a strike to Leshik. Count goes 0-1. Kloster in the windup. There's the 0-1 pitch. Grounder through the shortstop's legs. I think it might have hit his glove as well. I'm going to call that an E6. Allowing Olson to score. To make it here now 4-2.
Now batting number 7,
Kyle Halfley comes up to the dish here now for the Burros. He's 0 for 1. Line out back in the third, and a walk drawn, stolen base in the first with a runner at first, and still one out on the board. Throw back to the bag at first, not in time. As Leshek and the Burros looking for their second win of the season. Mayport CG looking for their first. Losses to Thompson and Northern Cass. There's the pitch. Bunt was shown. It got away on the wild pitch. Leshek hustling over to third. It's halfway home on that miscue there. And the count is at 1-0 with Chase Halfley on deck. Braden Chenault in the hole here for the Burros, looking to really open things up now. Both teams scoreless through the first 2 innings, at least the first 2.5. Burros scored 3 in the third. Looking for a run here, another one. After 2 scored in the fourth for Mayport CG. 1-0 pitch, bunt is shown. Might have hit the batter. Well, okay, we have an officials discussion. Might have hit the bat and then hit the batter. And they're going to call it foul now. Count goes to 1-1. Leshek goes back to third. And Hillsboro-Central Valley playing it a little bit more conservative, trying to at least guarantee 1 run as opposed to maybe Halfley gets a hold of 1 and gets on base. Chance for more to come across. 1-1 count here as Kloster tossed over to third, not in time. Kloster, toss back over to third again. And back out onto the mound now. Kloster, 1-1 pitch, swing, and that is swing and a miss. And it does allow, on the wild pitch, does allow Leshek to come home and score. So it's now 5-2. Count is at 1-2. Now it's at 2-2. As the Burros now open once again a 3-run lead. 2-2 pitch. Foul. Two and two here. Still just 1 out on the board. Base is now clear. 2-2 pitch. Grounder. Nice snag by the shortstop and in time. For the runner, that is. As Halfley got there in time. Infield single.
Batting number 2, Chase Halfley.
Brings in Chase Halfley. Still just 1 out on the board here in the bottom of the fourth as the Burros open things up here. Throw back to first, not in time. Sun trying to peek out of those clouds. Again, we're looking like we're going to have a lot of rain coming tomorrow. So good that these two got the game in today. That's fouled back. Count now goes to 0-1 here for Chase Halfley. Chenault on deck and Richter in the hole here for the Burros. Again, scoring 3 in the third. They've scored a pair here in the fourth. Looking to add some more. Toss. Back to first. Not in time. Kloster. Wind picks up just a bit. There's the pitch. Got away. As Kyle Halfley gets over to second on the wild pitch. And so Halfley gets back into the box here. He's 1 for 2 with a double, a run scored, and a strikeout. 1-1 pitch, grounder on a 2-hop to short, bobbled it, tossed to first is in time for the 6-3 out. Does move Kyle Halfley over to third, second out of the inning. And that brings up here now Braden Chenault.
Now batting number 10, Braden Chenault.
Chenault 0 for 2. Strikeout in the first and 4 pitches. Ground out in the third and 1. The first and second base open for him. 2 outs on the board. First pitch is a strike. Count goes 0-1. To Chenault, Richter on deck. Limke in the holes. The Burros try to add to their 5-2 lead here in the bottom of the fourth. Kloster 0-1 pitch. Got away again, and this one might actually be a pass ball, as the catcher had a clear chance at it. Either way, it is a run coming home to score. And Chenault, even on the count here at 1-1, makes it now 6-2, Hillsboro-Central Valley. With the 4-run lead and another ball to Chenault. Two-one pitch. Foul. Deep shot. Look out vehicle. And it doesn't quite get to the road. Chenault skied that one. Count goes 2-2 here now. The base is cleared and 2 outs. 3 runs in each the third and the fourth inning. Chenault fouls it the other way this time. And you'll see pitch number 6 of this plate appearance. Kloster, who relieved Judish to start the third, has given up all 6 runs. As throw from third base to first is in time. Good recovery there from the third baseman, Walker McGillis, for the 5-3 out in 6 pitches. 3 more runs come across for the Burros off of a pair of hits. There was 1 error. And there were 2 earned runs. And there was nobody left on base. And for that inning, for, let's see here, for Kloster, tally it up here, have 22 pitches. So for his total, 42. 6-2 here as we head to the top of the 5th. Mayport CG needs to rally here as Riley Richter goes back to the mound for the Burros. Coming up next on YourLiveEvent.com.
Hi, this is Chrissy Thompson from the Hillsboro-Central Valley School District, reminding you that ethics, integrity, and respect are values important to our daily lives. In our sporting events, educational lessons, and lifetime values taught by school activities. Remember that one simple word, sportsmanship. It's how you play the game. This message is from the Hillsboro and Central Valley School Districts.
Top of the 5th here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Number 21, Alex Arsvold.
Alex Arsvold steps up there now for the Patriots, the catcher. Left-handed batter, 0 for 1. Pop fly to the first baseman. Back in the third in 5 pitches. Here's Riley Richter back out onto the mound there for Hillsboro-Central Valley. First pitch is a ball. Count goes 1-0. Richter has not given up a walk today, but he has given up 6 hits. and 2 earned runs. He has struck out 2 Patriot batters as well. He's behind the count here 2-0. Make it 3-0. Good 4 innings of work, solid 4 innings of work so far for Richter. 3-0 pitch. There's a strike. Count now goes 3-1. I believe the first time he's been behind the count 3-0 today. As that one's popped foul. Count goes full. Actually, looking back at the batters, I believe this is the first time that Richter's given up 3 balls in a single at-bat faced. Grounder on 3 hops to the second baseman. Toss over to first is in time. Well in time for the 4-3 out. First out of the inning in 6 pitches. Brings up here the final batter of the order in Hogfoss. First baseman, number 2. For Caden Hogfoss, he's 0 for 1, a strikeout in 5 pitches back in the 3rd. Nobody on and 1 down here in the top of the 5th. First pitch, swing and a miss. Count goes 0-1. Hogfoss, a freshman, here from Mayport CG. Here's pitch. Got a hold of that one. Screamer out to left and nabbed there by James Fortman. There for the second out of the inning.
Now batting for the Patriots, number 4, Cole Kritzberger.
Brings in Cole Kritzberger. Kritzberger on the day 2 for 2, a single and a double. In the 1st and 4th, respectively. Total of 9 pitches combined. First pitch. Kritzberger out to center field, just over the head of Landon Olson. To the wall. Going to be another stand-up double for Kritzberger. So he's aboard right on the first pitch as well. And that brings up Marshall Judish.
Now batting number 8, Marshall Judish.
Judish 0 for 2. Pop fly to the first baseman in 4 pitches back in the 1st. And a ground out in 2 pitches in the 4th. A little inverse there for Judish. 0 for 2 either way with 2 down here. And a runner at base number 2. As that one, Fortman again gets the out in left field. To end a quick inning there. No runs off of 1 hit. There were no errors, no earned runs, and 1 left on base. And it took just 10 pitches again for Riley Richter to get out of that one. 58 pitches there through 5 innings for Riley Richter. Go to the bottom of the 5th here on YourLiveEvent.com. Marshall Kloster back out there for Mayport CG as the Burros try to add some more or even win the game. They can throw 6 on there. Go to the bottom of the 5th next on YourLiveEvent.com.
Get healthy in 2024 with the help of Sweet Sips in Hillsboro. Grab the energy drinks, protein-packed beverages, shakes, coffee, and more to fuel your days. Many of their drinks have little to no sugar, making this part of your daily routine diabetic-friendly. Be sure to follow their Facebook page as they're always giving their customers a fun new reason to stop on by. They're open 6:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, 9 to 1 on Saturday, and 10:30 to 1:30 on Sunday. That's Sweet Sips in Hillsboro. It's healthy fast food.
Bottom of the 5th we go here on YourLiveEvent.com. A 6-2 scoreline. Hillsboro-Central Valley with the lead. They have led or been tied the entire game as Riley Richter comes up for the Burros. 0 for 1, strikeout in the 2nd. Got on due to a walk in the 3rd. He's pitched a good game as well. There's the first pitch. Richter gets a hold of that one on a 1-hop out to left field. It's a base hit. And I imagine there will be a courtesy runner, and there is Mr. Duffner to run the bases.
Now batting number 8.
Brings in Carter Limke Limke got on due to a throwing error in the third. Struck out there in the second. Check swing. Catcher couldn't find it, and he does now. Does allow Duffner to get over to second base. And the count goes to 1-0 there to Carter Limke. James Fortman on deck and Landon Olson in the hole here for the Burros. As Kloster in the windup 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss there for Limke. Count goes to 1-1. Runner on second now, and nobody out here in the bottom of 5. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss now 1-2. Kloster again came on in the second. It's allowed all 6 of the runs scored by Hillsboro-Central Valley. Pitch downstairs. Count goes to 2-2. Runner off the bag, Duffner, that is, at second. 2-2 pitch. Strike 3. Limke goes down looking that time. Maybe that's the first strikeout of the game for Kloster.
Now batting number 4, James Fortman.
Brings in James Fortman. Fortman, the left fielder. Number 4, right-handed batter. His first pitch. Fortman chops it foul. Count goes 0-1. Fortman 0 for 1 rather, with a line out to center in the third. Drew a walk as well in 9 pitches back in the second. Still the longest battle of the game. 9 pitches. Duffner continues to hang around between second and third. Kloster looks that way. 1-1, 0-1 pitch. Got away. And Duffner once again over to third on the wild pitch. Count goes to 1-1 here for Fortman. One ball, one strike, one out here in the bottom of the 5th. Nicely got a hold of that one there, Fortman. It's an RBI single, bringing home Duffner. And it's now 7-2, Hillsboro-Central Valley. 4 unanswered for the Burros.
Now batting number 17, Landon Olson.
Brings in Landon Olson. Olson 2 for 2, the single and a double. Scored a run as well. As a runner now on first. Runner goes for the steal, and he has it. Steal there for Fortman. And so now he's in scoring position with a 1-0 count there to Landon Olson. Cooper Broughton on deck, and top of the order and Tyson Leshik in the hole. Kloster, check over to second. Delivers the 1-0 pitch. Olson fouled. Count goes 1-1. One pitch. Downstairs, now 2-1. We approach 6 o'clock here. It's a 7-2 lead again for Hillsboro-Central Valley. Here in the bottom of the 5th. Inching closer towards their second win of the season. Little ball that time. Olson 1 away from drawing a walk. As 3-1 pitch. Downstairs. And then Olson gets aboard here. Runners now at first and second with one down. Brings in here Cooper Brun,
Now batting for your Burros, number
senior
3,
right fielder.
Cooper Bratton.
0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. Looking to move the base runners here and get the Burros closer to victory. As Kloster delivers the pitch. Strike, count goes 0-1. Runner at second, again Fortman, Olson over at first. 0-1 pitch. Foul. Count goes 0-2. The center fielder getting a little bored out there, and he's throwing his glove up into the air, twirling it around. Gets it back on well in time here. As Braun with a nifty little shallow grounder. He does not get there in time, though. Good effort, though, for Cooper Braun. Puts the second out on the board here now. Runners now at second and third. As Fortman goes over to third. Olson over to second. Brings in Tyson Leshik. Leshik on the day today is 1 for 2, a double, and a run scored. First pitch the ball, count goes to 1-0. 2 down here in the bottom of 5. As the Burros look to continue to add to their lead. Again, they scored 4 unanswered runs. 1-0 pitch. Outside, you're now 2-0. Kloster now pitched 2 2/3 after starting here in the third. That's strike to Leshik. Kyle Halfley on deck, Chase Halfley in the hole. Kloster, the 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss there for Leshik. Count goes now 2-2. As Kloster. And the windup 2-2 pitch. Screamer. Oh, nicely nabbed by the third baseman out there, Walker McGillis, with another good defensive play. A line out to third to close out the inning, but another run comes home for the Burros. 1 run off of a pair of hits. There were no errors, 1 earned run, and there was 2 left on base. And for Kloster that inning, I am down for 11, 15, 23 pitches. A total for the game of 65. Seven to 2 our score as we go now to the 6th. Looks like Riley Richter is back out there again. Let's see if maybe he can pitch the whole game here on YourLiveEvent.com. Again, we'll go to the top of the 6th next.
This is Tim Cazzette, your local Golden Harvest Seeds dealer. During these winter months, as you think ahead to the spring planting season, I remind you there is strong yielding varieties of Golden Harvest beans and corn available for spring delivery. There's discounts offered. Please ask me about Golden Advantage deferred payment options or any cash payment discounts. Call me, Tim Cazzette, at 701-430-0877, and thank you for planting Golden Harvest seeds on your farm.
Top of the 6th here as Sawyer McGillis comes up there for the Patriots. So 1 for 2 with an RBI single back in the 4th and a run scored. A 7-2 lead here for Hillsboro-Central Valley. They look for their 2nd win of the season and their 2nd win in region competition. That one's fouled back. Count goes 0-1 to Sawyer McGillis. Kloster on deck and Walker McGillis in the hole. Kloster 0 for 2 Walker McGillis is 2 for 2. Richter, the 0-1 pitch. That's ball. Count goes to 1-1. Richter threw 5 innings of work, 58 pitches. 1-1 pitch. Strike 2. And Richter, not the prettiest of games in terms of strikeouts. Only got a couple of those, but he's been super efficient. He does pick up his 3rd strikeout of the game there, right on cue, in 4 pitches. So 3 strikeouts. He has allowed 6 hits and 2 earned runs. As I mentioned, nothing flashy, but definitely efficient. As again, he's gotten to the first out of the 6 in 62 pitches. So pretty good stuff there for Richter. There's a strike. Count goes 0-1. Richter as well on the offensive side. Did strike out the first time up, but a walk and a single helped 2 runs, 2 of the Burros' 7 runs to score. So complete game today for the junior Riley Richter. 0-1 pitch. As that got away a little bit from the catcher, but nobody on, so nobody moves. Count goes 1-1. And again, outside the 4th inning, no runs allowed as well for Richter and the Burro defense. 1-1 pitch. Grounder. Oh, nicely picked up there by the 3rd baseman. Whips it over to first in time. There from Kyle Halfley over to Carter Limke for the 5-3 ground out. Just 3 pitches there. 2 down here. So we're just about to 90 minutes here in this one. It's Walker McGillis, 2 for 2, pair of base hits. No runs scored, though, for him. Bases are cleared again with 2 outs on the board on the Golden Harvest Tim Cassette seed sale scoreboard. 1-0 here for McGillis on the count. 1-0 pitch. Strike 1. Richter in the windup. 1-1 pitch. Foul. Or just a miss. Either way, 1-2. Richter trying to make quick work of this top of the 6th and get his batters back out there. Richter, the 1-2 pitch. Grounder. 3 hops to Halfley, over to Limke in time for another 5-3 connection. This time in 4 pitches. No runs, no hits, no errors, no earned runs, nobody left on base. In just 11 pitches for Riley Richter, finishing the first 6 innings at 69 pitches. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Hillsboro-Central Valley with the lead, still 7-2.
You know, parenting is hard for all of us. And so providing those little resources that we can share for those conversations that are hard to have, and to kind of be that icebreaker for both professionals, parents, and then open up that conversation to the more engaging conversation that's needing to be had.
Being a parent myself, oftentimes it's the simple things that make a difference.
As a busy parent myself, just engaging with your kids, making it an everyday thing so they know that you're there, they can always come to you when those difficult situations do arise.
Contact Trail District Health Unit in Hillsboro for more information.
Another pitching change here, presented by Nodak Insurance Company's Agents with Answers, Agent Brad Richter in Hillsboro, Sales Associate Nick Preston in Mayville. Out there now for the Patriots, that is Cole Kritzberger, started out at second base. We have some changes here. Kloster goes to right field, and I believe Judish comes up to second. Or no, Judish goes out to center field. And not sure now who's at second base First and third remain the same. Looks like Sawyer McGillis comes up from center to shortstop. And over at second base, that is now Connor Doctor. So looks like a four-man move there. Judish to center, or five-man. Judish to center, Doctor to right, Kritzberger to pitch. Doctor Doctor stays at short, I should say, and Sawyer McGillis to short, and Doctor to second. I think I got all the changes here now as we start the bottom of the sixth. It's a ball here to Kyle Halfley. Pitch, Halfley popped up foul. Count goes 1-1. Halfley on the day. It was 1 and 2 with a single. Ag in the fourth. Walk drawn in the first as well. 1-1 pitch. Grounder to short. Toss to first is not in time. Good base hit there for Kyle Halfley to start out the bottom of the sixth. Again, Burrows, they score 5 runs in this inning. They win it. Otherwise, we'll go to a top of a seventh for the Patriots. Here's Chase Halfley now. He's 1 for 3 with a double in the third. Strikeout on the ground out as well. Face Cole Kritzberger, third pitcher of the day for Mayport CG. Whip to the shortstop, fumble, toss over to second is in time. The toss to first is not. So Halfley out at second on the force. Chase Halfley gets over to first on the fielder's choice. Might have been an error, but at any rate, one down here. And Braden Chenault comes up to bat. Tough day for Chenault, 0 for 3. The only Borough batter, him and Broughton have not been able to get on to base yet. First pitch, Chenault popped up. Pitcher's underneath the bat, and he's got it. There for the second out of the inning. And that brings in here Riley Richter. Richter again is 1 for 2 on the day. Base hit, walk drawn. Allowed Jacob Duffner to score a pair of runs via courtesy. Toss over to first is not in time here. As Kritzberger toss over to first again. Once again, not in time. So again, Doctor goes 3 innings. 2 innings. No, 3 innings. And ends with 65 pitches. As Kritzberger comes in, looks like he'll finish it out for the Patriots. There's the first pitch. A seamer through the infield. That's a base hit. As the runner goes to third, and a throwing error allows Richter to get over to second. So a single for Richter, advancing to second on the throwing error. Try and get Chase Halfley out at third. So runners now at second and third, and here comes Jacob Duffner again. Try and pick up his third run of the game, possibly.
Now batting number 8,
Carter Limke comes up now for the Burrows, 0 for 2. Pair of strikeouts in the second and fifth. In between, got on due to a throwing error. So runners now at second and third with 2 outs on the board. That's ball. Count goes to a 1-0 to Limke. Fortman on deck, Olsen in the hole. 1-0 pitch. Limke, grounder on a 2-hop to third. Chucked over to first. It dings off his shoe. And so a throwing error between third and first allows another run to come home and score. Chase Halfley will score his second of the game. As now Duffner goes over to third. Limke gets to third. Or Limke gets to first, rather. Now runners at the corners, still with 2 outs on the board, and James Fortman up to the dish and an 8-2 lead for Hillsboro-Central Valley. First pitch, grounder to short, toss to first, much tougher out there, but he gets it to end the inning. There was one more run off of a pair of hits. There were also a pair of errors. The one run was, I'll say, unearned, and there was 2 left on base. So we go to the top of the 7th. It's an 8-2 lead for Hillsboro-Central Valley. Riley Richter looks ready to finish it out here. Patriots need a half dozen to keep this game going here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsboro Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors on their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsboro Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Back for the top of the 7th here on YourLiveEvent.com. James Martin's here with you. Riley Richter tried to pitch the complete game, allowing just a couple of runs so far. As it'll be 6, 7, and 8-2 up here for the Pats. Try and keep the game going. First pitch is a strike. Count goes 0-1. And Richter just allowing 2 runs in the 4th. That's it. Help pitch a couple of goose eggs, meaning no runs, no hits, no errors, no earned runs, nobody left on base. Pitch a little low. Count goes to 1-1. Again, a super efficient game as well for Richter. 6 innings, 69 pitches. Dinged up. It's going to be a blooper. Falls in left field for a base hit there for Doctor. It is the 8th hit given up by the Burros.
Batting number 7, Sam Weaver.
As Sam Weaver comes up to the plate, 0 for 2, pair of groundouts, 4 combined pitches, both 6-3. Shortstop to first base. Richter adjusts the cap here. Again, gone 6 full innings. Hoping to finish out the game. First pitch. And at the rate the weather is looking, as that goes, count goes to 0-1 to Weaver. The rate the weather is looking, he might pitch the next game too, as there would be enough days in between. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Runner goes to second. They'll let him have the base. That being Doctor. By the way, for the Burros, if they don't play against Thompson tomorrow, they'll play Thompson here, and that might just be a doubleheader at this point. So Riley Richter would have plenty of time to get back on the mound for that critical game. 1-2 count here. Here in the top of the 7th. Here's the pitch. Popped up. Popped foul. As the count remains at 1-2. Arsvold on deck and Hogfoss in the hole. Both are 0-2 on the game. So important out here for Richter. Here's the pitch, and he gets it. In 5. That time picks up his first strikeout of the inning, his 4th of the game.
21, Alex Arsvold.
Alex Arsvold comes up here now for Mayport CG. There's the pitch. It's strike. Count goes 0-1. There Arsvold. Runner still on second. 1 down. Hogfoss on deck to round out the order there for the Patriots. Count goes 1-1 here now. Richter, 1-1 pitch. Grounder, foul down the third base line. Count goes 1-2. Richter. And the windup, the 1-2 pitch. Inside, now 2-2. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Clean strikeout there. Second out of the inning. Also 5 pitches.
Now batting number 2, Caden.
Caden Hogfoss. Round out the order here. First pitch is a ball. Count goes 1-0. Top of the order and Kritzberger on deck. They'd really like to get him back. 3 for 3, a pair of doubles and a single. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. 1-1. Time is called there for Alex Berry. Discussing things with his young batter. Hogfoss, just a freshman, I believe. So lots to learn here in this game. Pretty extensive conversation there, and he goes back now to home plate. Richter trying to finish things off with 3 straight strikeouts. And what's been a pretty efficient performance there from the junior starter. 1-1 pitch. Here's strike 2. Richter. The 1-2 pitch. Got him down to finish it off. No runs off of 1 hit. No errors, no earned runs, and 1 left on base. That's a final here for you. 8-2, Hillsboro-Central Valley picks up the win in their home debut on the Golden Harvest Timp Gazette Seat Sale Scoreboard. Post-game stats and analysis up next.
Recent trades and updated equipment inventory at Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada. 2 new Woods 15-foot batwing mowers have arrived. Talk to Chuck and get details and pricing. Also on the lot, the new 60-foot Woolrich field cultivator has rear hydraulic baskets, 3-bar harrow, single spring. Talk to Chuck for pricing on this new Woolrich field cultivator, the 2021 Delta 610. Call for price. Other equipment available too at Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada. 218-784-2961.
Lee Brothers Sales, Highway 9 in Ada, invites you to order your new Chevrolet vehicles. From the Silverado, Trailblazer, and Traverse, Lee Brothers is your authorized Chevrolet dealer, providing sales and service to the area since 1975. For ordering your vehicles, talk with Mitch Smurfer J. Trust the experts who know your vehicles best and take advantage of great Chevy certified service offers today. Lee Brothers Sales, Highway 9, Ada. Call 218-784-2000.
Hi, this is Chrissy Thompson from the Hillsboro-Central Valley School District, reminding you that ethics, integrity, and respect are values important to our daily lives. In our sporting events, educational lessons, and lifetime values taught by school activities. Remember that one simple word, sportsmanship. It's how you play the game. This message is from the Hillsboro and Central Valley School Districts.
I was visiting with Ben at the Hillsboro Body Shop, and we discussed, well, a lot of things. And then we were discussing, when do you think about the body shop? Most times it's after your vehicle gets damaged from an accident, hitting a deer, hailstorms, scratches, dents, windshield cracks. Ben says, beep. I say, when you need the repairs to your vehicle as you're thinking of the Hillsboro Body Shop, call Ben. 701-636-4981.
Full Service Foods in Hillsboro provides contract packaging and private label foods for your local and regional retail stores. Full Service Foods is a leader in the upper Midwest for less than truckload quantities for contract manufactured sauces and dressings. They are a privately held company with a reputation for quality and customer service. Full Service Foods is proud to be in Hillsboro and bringing employment opportunities to the area. Find out more at fullservicefoods.com. Full Service Foods of Hillsboro, proud to support this community event.
Final here on YourLiveEvent.com, 8-2. Hillsboro-Central Valley defeats Mayport CG. Well, let's take you through the stats and storyline of the game. Neither team scored through the first 2.5 innings. Bottom of the third is where Hillsboro-Central Valley took the lead. They would never relinquish it. They scored 3 runs off of a pair of hits, doubles each by Tyson Leshik and Chase Halfley. And some miscues on the pitching mound there between pitcher and catcher from Mayport CG allowed Leshik, Halfley, and Jacob Duffner to score, making it 3-0 Hillsboro-Central Valley. They'd had 3 more in the fourth. Leshik and Kyle Halfley would come across along with Landon Olson to make the score 6-2. Again, in between those 6 runs, 2 runs scored for Mayport CG, both in the top of the fourth. RBI single for Sawyer McGillis, bringing home Cole Kritzberger after a double to lead off the fourth. And then a RBI single for Connor Doctor, scoring McGillis, making that, at the time, 3-2. But 5 unanswered runs there for the Burros. Again, 3 in the fourth. They added 1 in the fifth and 1 in the sixth. 1 in the fifth was from an RBI single from James Fortman, scoring Duffner. And then the 1 in the sixth was off a throwing error, believed to give Chase Halfley his second run of the game. Individually for Hillsboro-Central Valley, offensively they were led by Landon Olson, who was 2 for 2. Single, double, run scored, and a walk drawn as well. Leshik with a double and 2 runs scored. Kyle Halfley went 2 for 3. Pair of singles and a walk drawn and a stolen base run scored as well. Chase Halfley finished with a double, 2 runs scored. Braden Chenault and Cooper Braun, unfortunately, did not get on base. Riley Richter, offensively, he went 2 for 3. Pair of singles, a walk drawn, and allowed Jacob Duffner again to score a pair of runs, almost 3. Carter Limke, he got on twice due to throwing errors. Again, Fortman got an RBI single and a walk drawn. And offensively there for the Burros. Offensively leading the way for Mayport CG, Kritzberger was 3 for 3. Pair of doubles, a single, and a run scored. Sawyer McGillis got that RBI single. That was it for him. Pair of hits for Walker McGillis. Connor Doctor with a pair of hits and an RBI. And the bottom 3 batters did not get a single hit there for Mayport CG. On the pitcher's mound, it was 1 guy versus 3. The 1 out. Hillsboro-Central Valley's Riley Richter, the junior, went all 7 innings. He did give up 8 hits, but he only allowed 2 earned runs, and he struck out there in the end. Let's see, 1, 2, I believe it was 6 batters, and he did not give up a walk as well. In fact, I believe there's still only 1 batter where he allowed 3 balls. He was down to the count 3-0 and battled back to force a ground out there. So some good stuff there from the junior Riley Richter, finishing out in 86 pitches, an average of about 12 1/4 per inning. Mayport CG, they used 3 different pitchers, and they started out with Marshall Judas. He was looking pretty good. There, he only allowed 1 hit in the first 2 innings and struck out 5 Burro batters, including 4 in a row. So I'm not sure what the decision was to go away from him, but obviously there was something in mind for head coach Alex Berry, and that's the way it goes. But Marshall Kloster came in. He pitched 3 innings, struggled a little bit, giving up most of the runs scored. In fact, 7 of the 8. And Cole Kritzberger came in to finish it off, gave up 1 as well. But again, the final score, Hillsboro-Central Valley with a win over Mayport CG, 8-2. Final score in regulation time, 7 pretty full innings. And a time of about an hour 45, hour 50 minutes, somewhere in there for that contest. The Burros, they go to 2-5 overall, 2-0 in region play. They'll stay near the top with Thompson. Mayport CG falls to 0-3 overall and 0-2 in region play. They will stay towards the bottom of the region standings here for now. Take another quick break. We'll come back for more post-game accolades, see if we can pick up a couple of interviews, coach and player. We'll give our player of the game, play of the game as well, and we'll wrap things up here on YourLiveEvent.com next.
At Dakota Heritage Bank, we know your schedules can get hectic, and you don't always have time to get to the bank during regular banking hours. We make it easy for you with mobile banking, online banking, and bill pay, services that we offer for free. This is Michelle with Dakota Heritage Bank, inviting you to do your banking with us anytime, anywhere. Just go to dhbanknd.com or download the mobile app for convenient on-the-go banking, serving you with locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota. Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
For all your fresh floral needs, rely on 3R Floral on Main Street in Hillsboro. If you have an upcoming wedding or special event, contact 3R Floral to help with your floral needs for the occasion. Call 3R Floral at 701-636-2000. You can also find gift ideas for all occasions. Check out the new decor to spruce up your home and office for the new year at 3R Floral. And don't forget about Hillsboro Gifts, featuring Borough apparel for all Borough fans. Check out the 3R Floral Facebook page and see some great gifts available. If you can dream it, we can do it at 3R Floral in Hillsboro.
Goose River Bank is here for the communities we serve, building relationships that last a lifetime. Serving the strong Red River Valley and beyond, we are your neighbors, friends, and family, committed to providing everything from everyday personal banking to loans for your farm or business. Visit one of our locations in Mayville, Hillsboro, or Hatton, or reach out and we'll happily come to you, because it's the neighborly thing to do. Goose River Bank. Strong bank, strong communities.
At Abra Auto Body and Glass in Grand Forks, they make sure your vehicle gets the best standard of care to get it back on the road as quickly as possible. Lonnie and his team are some of the most highly trained in the industry. With state-of-the-art technology and superior products, your vehicle will leave in great condition. With their drive-in claims area, the process is smooth and easy. Let Abra Auto Body and Glass in Grand Forks provide you and your vehicle with premium care and attention. Open 8 to 5:30 Monday through Friday. Abra Auto Body and Glass of Grand Forks.
Again, the final score here on the Golden Harvest Tim Cassette Seed Sale scoreboard. Hillsboro-Central Valley with the win over Mayport CG 8-2. Final score there. And let's get to our post-game accolades. We start with our Enbridge Energy player of the game. Enbridge Life takes energy. Enbridge.com for career opportunities. It's Riley Richter is our player of the game here for today. Really complete game there for the junior on the pitcher's mound. Literally pitched the complete game. Went all 7 innings, allowing just those 2 earned runs. And he did allow 8 hits, but he only allowed, again, the 2 earned runs. Got 6 strikeouts, including 3 big ones at the end of the game to really shut down any chance of a Mayport CG comeback. Riley Richter is our Enbridge Energy player of the game. Time now to take a look at our RDK Enterprises Precision Play of the game. RDK Enterprises wishes all of our area farmers a safe and prosperous spring planting season. It's hard to pick a play of the game, really. I'll pick one for each side. I think the third basemen were really on fire tonight, both sides. Walker McGillis had a couple of really nice putouts there for Mayport CG. And then some great connections between Kyle Halfley and Carter Limke. Those 5-3 groundouts. Really impressive stuff there. Those are my RDK Enterprises precision plays of the game. And our Halstead Telephone Company post-game connection. Discover local reliability you can trust at halsteadtel.com. Again, for Hillsboro-Central Valley, they were really connected on defense. Just one error tonight, and it was in the first inning. Just that one throwing error. Kritzberger got to second, tried to get to third, and it ended up not hampering Hillsboro-Central Valley as much as they might have feared, I guess, if you want to put it that way. But no errors the rest of the game, and they really clambered down on that, played a clean game, and deserved to get the win because of it. And 5 errors, by the way, for Mayport CG. Final line score, by the way, Hillsboro-Central Valley, 8 runs off of 9 hits, 8 left on base. Got to clean that up a little bit. 1 error and 2 earned runs total. And for Mayport CG, they had 2 runs off 8 hits. They had the hits, just couldn't quite bring them home. 4 left on base, 5 errors, that was big, and 6 earned runs. Don't know that we're going to get some post-game interviews, which is just fine. They don't want to try to get the JV game finished off as, again, trying to beat any weather that comes their way here. But good for Dave Nelson and the crew, of course, at Hillsboro-Central Valley to get this game in. As, again, Hillsboro-Central Valley with a win. They move to 2-5 overall, 2-0 in region play. Mayport CG drops to 0-3 overall, 0-2 in region play. From all of us here at YourLiveEvent.com, that wraps up our post-game show. For our executive producer, Mark Forseth, our marketing director, marketing savant, Jim Burke-Burkmeyer, as well as our magic video man himself, Jack Albee, Brandon Nicholson back at the Halstead Telephone Company office, and all of our area voices, led by our co-sportscaster of the year, Chase Miller. This is James Martin saying, Region 2 baseball fans, show some pride.